Hey everyone, and welcome to the Sigma 2 development log number 3. Because it's been like about, I don't remember when the last one was posted, but it's been around a month. Okay, so that is the amount of time that it has been, which is why it's time for a new development log. Also, the last development log, I checked, that thing where you're searching the search bar and it gives you the suggestions. Well, I just realized that, I didn't want some of those suggestions. If you freeze, I'm only saying this because no one saved. Anyway, there's a new version of that up. Okay, and now I'm only going to show you guys web pages on Netscape, Netscape Navigator, because it doesn't have those features. And if you can't open a site in Netscape Navigator, then, maybe it's not worth going on. Okay? Now, let's get to what I've been doing. So has anything happened to the actual engine? And the answer is no. No. Nothing important has happened to the engine because I've just been developing this map editor software, right? So let's just blow it up right here and let me just dive right into what I fucking did. Okay, so I did a bunch of things. So here's the first one. You drag out a new block. Yeah, I already had this, right? Let's just make some blocks, and I can realize this is fucking stupid. I made a mistake. But now you can press Control Z and you undo that. You undo that with Control Z, and you can redo it with Control Y. So, we get an eye full of that, because that's pretty cool. Now, let me just talk about, what else is there? What else is going on? So, you can see it says new block at the bottom corner right there. Well, that's right. You can now press E, and you guys might be getting flashbacks to Sigma 1. We're now in select block mode. Select block, and you can you click on that thing. You click on the square in the middle, right? And now you have, what's this? You have this thing, right? And you can click and move it out, and it does that. It moves the block. You can now move the blocks, and I can do this. I can change their I can undo and redo the move block command. I have C code, so everything in this, it doesn't just happen when I let go of the mouse. That's what it used to do, and I changed that because it only did one thing. You could only place blocks. But what it does is it has these command types, command structs, and they're in a linked list, and they get processed. What you do is you queue up commands when you do things, right? And then they get processed by the computer. So it's all in one unified thing. So instead of doing something in my input code, I just do CMD push, and then the necessary information to do that, and then in CMD pipe.c, that's what I called it, command pipe. It doesn't even work like a pipe. I just called it because I wanted, it's just a programming word. Pipe is a programming word, and I wanted to give it a programming word. So it processes every command. Why don't I fucking show you code then? Right, process. Look at this, right? Look at this amazing, beautiful, terrible, bad shit code, right? Process command, and this is how it works. I have this, and you might be thinking, wprintf, I didn't know you're gay, right? I didn't know you used Unicode, which is what the W would stand for if we were using stupid bullshit. But guess what? It doesn't. It stands for warning printf, not wide printf. I am not using Unicode in my program, so please, don't get the wrong idea. Don't get the wrong idea. I am not using it. There's no L. You didn't. It's cool. Now, so that's what I'm up to. Now you can see that this looks stupid, but whatever. This doesn't need to be here. I fixed that bug. That was a hot fix. I think that's what you call it. And then there's I don't know. I'll walk you through something cool. Just doing it again. Alright. And here's my stupid brush code, right? I don't even care if you guys see this, because no one's gonna copy this bullshit, right? But this is, no one's gonna waste their time copying this code. You can do better. So what is it? Here's how we create a new rectangular prism, and you guys can tell me where the what input I can give to this to make it crash, because I have yet to make it crash, so, let's, right? Oh, right, tell me what's up. Give me a clue on where I fucked my pointers up. Tell me why I should be using Rust, which deprecates all the pointer bugs. Okay, but what's cool about this is that I don't even have any dumb bullshit. Why don't I bring up Sigma 1, right? Sigma 1's code, and I can show you what this looks like in Sigma 1 map editor. Alright? It's in alright, it's in this folder, Sigma Editor 1. What does ping mean? That's an empty file. Okay. Okay, so let's, I'll just open up the damn Visual Studio project. I still have shitware on my computer, but I did it because it was I wanted to make Sigma 2 compile on fuck you. I wanted to make it compile on Visual Studio because, it should compile on different compilers. Now, Sigma 1 compiles on both POCC and GCC. I think POCC stands for Peli's Optimizing C Compiler, which is my preferred. I don't really care. I don't feel attachment to the compiler, but I like that the IDE is a good IDE. Okay, so I think it's in brush.c. Only 1,000. Only 1,000 lines on brush.c. That's, I thought it was more than that, but let's just think about how terrible it could be, how bad, this, okay, now, think about how bad it could be, and I'm just gonna slowly find the part. Oh, here's how I click and drag to make a new brush. I'm gonna run this in the debugger. Of course it doesn't compile. Of course it's not gonna compile. It's obviously, I'm not even gonna bother compiling it because it's not the kind of thing that you should just start compiling. Like, alright, so here's, Jesus Christ, fucking black on white. Alright, I click and then I can drag out a block. Right? And, oh right, you can't, what was the button? Oh my god, now I remember this. You gotta use keyboard commands, so it's like Z goes up, Q goes down, WASD, or, oh, the arrow keys look around. That's what they do. You can't look up and down, though. You can only look, like Doom, you can't look up and down, unless you're playing on one of those source ports, but I don't do that. It's called, Doom 95. Just check off the compatibility settings and it still runs perfectly fine. You can get it at ftt.idsoftware.com. Alright. Now that I've gotten... Right, so this is the code that it runs, like, this is literally what it runs to place a fucking block. I'm not... This isn't like a joke. This is what it does, right? Because one thing you'll notice that there's absolutely no matrix multiplication here. It's just doing this by hand. And here's some quality wishful thinking, because this editor only does cubes. And I didn't want to do all this shit again for, like, cylinders. Like, fuck that. Alright, so now we're looking at some set cube polygons. That is about 300 lines, which is, the equivalent of a very simple matrix operation, right? It is called applying a matrix to your fucking cube, not doing this, alright? Jesus fucking Christ. So this is an example of what not to do. Also using Windows. Okay. Alright. So, this is the equivalent to... You just scroll through the shit to find... That is equivalent to... Fuck you, come on. Alright. Now I can make the analogy. These highlighted things are equivalent to each other. Alright? This is how much better I've gotten at programming in a year. Now we're not... I wonder what my tabs were. Oh yeah, those are alright. Now, now, so let's talk about. Shit! I just talked about my features. I just told you about. Did I ever show you guys how you can move around in 3D? I probably showed this. Did I? I don't. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did do that. I don't think I should show it again, because you clearly know about what I'm doing. Here you're seeing PeliC is not perfect. It's a lot better in fucking Visual Studio, I'll tell you. This is something that I kept running into in Visual Studio, where I would tell it to recompile something, and then I'd change one of my macros, and it wouldn't compile that in, right? One of my hashtag defines would not compile it in, so I had to rebuild the whole thing, and it was fucking annoying. So that's bullshit. PeliC, I don't even know if PeliC fixes that problem. Honestly, I don't even know. But I'll tell you what it does have. Oh yeah, it has a web browser. So check this out. Anyway, here's how bad 8chan's JavaScript is. Just gonna point this out. That whoever writes the code on that site, you're bad at writing code, because other sites like PeliC.com don't have this problem, right? I wonder why. Probably because they're better at writing programs than you are. Okay, let me just share one more thing. So there's this mouse. It's not a mouse, but I have this setup where I can see under my desk, right? And I'm looking at my monitor in my chair, and I can also, in my field of view, is the cables behind my desk. And that it's happened to me 4 times, where I can see I think I see something running across the cables, like a little mouse, right? And when I notice it in my eyes, when I look, you have that reflex where you notice the movement, and you look, and then there's nothing there, and you're like, oh shit, what was that, right? And then I was looking at the screen, and this is the 4th time that it happens, and I look down, I see this fucking little gray mouse, and then once my eyes notice the mouse, it vanishes. And when I say it vanishes, I don't mean that it ran into a hole or something. I mean that it stopped existing. It stopped. It was weird. Once my eyes became aware that there was a little gray mouse running across my cables, it disappeared, and it disappeared in that way, and it was now, but yeah, that's a story. I hope that, I don't know, I wonder what's next. So what else could I talk about right now? Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to say. I think, Not this C5. You don't. I don't want you looking at that one, because that one looks fucking dumb. Alright. Alright, thanks for watching my video, guys. I'll be back in a month with more updates on my game engine and my map editing software. Oh fuck, I forgot. You press Control S and it opens the common the thing. It's on like the common file interface. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. It doesn't do shit right now, but just you wait.